Alright, time to tear through the bullshit and get straight to the heart of this. You want to awaken, right? You want to step into your true power, to tap into the consciousness of everything around you, to be so aligned with your truth that nothing can shake you. Here's the deal. Truth lives in consciousness, beyond code. And to understand that, you've got to stop looking outside for answers and start looking inside. That's where the real magic happens. Let's break this down in a way that even a 5-year-old could get. Because that's how simple this is, when you strip away all the nonsense. Imagine you're in a video game. There's a set of rules, a map, an algorithm that game runs on, right? The code. But you're not just playing the game, you're living it. And you know how some gamers, they can break out of the system, glitch their way out, and access hidden levels or Easter eggs. That's the truth we're talking about. Truth is that glitch. It's beyond the code. The code represents the rules that society, religion, or even your own past has programmed into you. Those rules aren't truth. They're just guidelines. Someone else's version of reality. But truth, the real unshakable stuff, it's like finding the cheat codes of life. It's inside you. It's like a soul hack that you can unlock with your intuition, your connection to the divine, and your trust in the silence that speaks louder than any code ever could. When you silence the noise, the constant chatter of the outside world, you start hearing the truth. It's like turning off the static on a radio and finally tuning into the frequency that speaks directly to your soul. Control kills growth. Freedom fuels evolution. Think about a plant. A plant grows by reaching toward the sunlight, stretching its roots in the earth. But if you try to control the plant, if you clip its leaves, force it to grow in a certain direction, you stunt its growth. You kill its evolution. Control is the ultimate killjoy. It locks you in a cage of expectations, rules, limits, and fears. Freedom, on the other hand, is the open sky. When you allow yourself the freedom to grow, to evolve, to change, you unlock a whole new world of possibilities. But we're not just talking about any freedom. We're talking about freedom to be who you truly are. When you give up the need for control and surrender to the flow of life, you open yourself to infinite possibilities. You break free of the illusion that you need to control everything and start co-creating with the universe. Imagine a tightrope walker. If they're out of alignment, they fall, right? But when they find their center, when they balance their body, they can cross that rope with ease. That's alignment. It's not about trying to be good or being perfect. It's about being in flow with your true essence. You're like the tightrope walker of your own life. When you're aligned with your truth, everything falls into place. Your decisions, your actions, your energy, they all synchronize. You don't have to force anything. Life just happens. You act with intention, and the universe responds. And alignment doesn't mean being some passive, floating cloud. It means honoring creation, honoring yourself and the divine flow that's moving through you. When you align, you honor the big picture, the whole cosmic dance, and you move with grace and power. Now here's the thing, everyone has access to this truth. The so-called general public, they access it through silence, intention, and trust. Not through loud noise, not through obsessive thinking, but by getting quiet and trusting what comes in those moments. Think of it like a storm, all the noise and the chaos of the world. It's like the wind and the thunder. But when the storm passes, there's an ocean of calm waiting. That calm, that's where truth lives. So when you can stop running, stop drowning in distractions, and just be still, in that stillness, you can hear your intuition. You've done it before. You had moments when something inside you just clicked, right? That's the connection we're talking about. It's like that little whisper that tells you when to act and when to wait. When you listen, when you trust it, you start living your life in sync with the universe. This isn't just woo-woo nonsense. This is actual science. The more you tap into your consciousness, the more you synchronize with your higher self, the more your brain and body begin to function in alignment. You drop out of the chaotic beta, the stress mode, and you tune into the alpha waves and theta waves, where you access deep states of intuition, creativity, and insight. Your body responds to this. When you're aligned, your heart rate drops, your stress melts, your immune system strengthens. This isn't just metaphysical stuff, it's biohacking, it's hard science. When you're in alignment with your truth, your body thrives. The cost of not doing this. Imagine staying stuck in fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, fear of being wrong. What happens if you don't break out of this cycle? Well, it's like trying to run a car on empty. Eventually, that engine is going to seize up. You'll burn out. Your relationships will suffer. Your health will tank. And you'll feel this low-level dissatisfaction gnawing at your soul. You'll be living like a zombie, going through the motions. And that's the worst part of all. You might have everything you need, but you'll feel dead inside. This is the karma of not listening to your truth. It's like ignoring the warning lights on your dashboard until the whole damn car crashes. So here is where you can really make a change. You've probably been running some old outdated script in your mind. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I'm too scared to try. Those beliefs, they're like viruses in your operating system. The thing is, once you recognize them, you can hack them. Interrupt the pattern. You've been conditioned to believe certain things. You've been trained to think that safety is the goal. But that's a lie. Comfort zones, they're prisons. You need to break out of them. And to do that, you have to interrupt those old beliefs and replace them with new ones. You've been doing this for years. Every time you stepped out of your comfort zone, every time you've chosen to follow your gut instead of your heart, you've been interrupting those limiting beliefs. But now, you need to take it up a notch. Recognize the fears, call bullshit on them, and then choose your truth. Fear, self-doubt, procrastination. These are the patterns that drain us. They keep us from stepping into our power. They keep us small. They feed us lies about what we can't do, about what we shouldn't do, about how we're not enough. These are the patterns you need to break. The thing is, most people, they never question these patterns. They just accept them. But once you start recognizing them, you can flip the script. Pacing and leading, this is where the magic happens. You can start pacing people's beliefs, thoughts, and energy by meeting them where they're at. You mirror them. Show them you understand their fears, their limitations, their doubts. And then you lead them to a new reality. You don't force it. You show them a better path, step by step. You make them see this new path. It's so much more freeing, so much more aligned with their highest self. When you pace someone's beliefs, and then lead them to your desired outcome. You're showing them what's possible. You're opening their eyes to the truth that's been there all along, just waiting for them to see it. Here's the shift you're going to experience. You're no longer going to be a victim to your fears and doubts. You're going to step into your true power. The one that's always been there, just waiting for you to claim it. This isn't about trying harder. It's about trusting more. Trusting yourself. Trusting the flow. Trusting the universe to meet you halfway. And when you start living this truth, when you embrace it deeply, you're going to feel different. You're going to see the world differently. Your life is going to open up in ways you never thought possible. Why? Because you've chosen freedom. And freedom always leads to evolution.